Hey out there, this is Buzz with the Survival Buzz. So I'm just out enjoying this nice Oklahoma spring weather. It's a little chill in the air. It's kind of windy here. It always is where I live, but 60 something degrees. A lot nicer than the winter weather. I'm not a big winter fan myself, so really enjoying the spring weather, ready for summer to hit. But I wanted to talk this evening a little bit about ESG. And I know most of you out there probably already know what I'm talking about, but for those of you that don't, it's environmental, social, and corporate governance, and it's going to take the world by storm in the next year or two. It is, um, and it's basically the new rules that the powers that be have set for how they want these corporations and these businesses and these banks and everybody to run things. They just got their hand all in it. The Federal Reserve is involved. I mean, there are hundreds of billions of dollars being poured into these ESG funds. I mean, it's something like 10% of these ESG funds um, account for the worldwide fund assets. It's enormous how big it is. Um, and it's really going to change the way we live. And I'm always talking on this channel how you need to be as self-reliant as possible and self-sufficient and things like that. And it's true because in the world to come, you're going to be judged on a facet of things, not just how you are with finances. It's going to be everything from your skin color to what you eat, what you drink, your lifestyle, what kind of car you drive, things you look up on the internet. And like I've said before, if you think you're going to live just completely outside of this new world, you're crazy. But you can lessen the blow by being somewhat prepared for it. Because, as I mentioned in a previous video, technology is just kind of taken over. And once you're plugged in and once this new world currency takes over and you have social credit scores and ESG and things like that, there's no way out of it. And I know, the main thing is there's pressure on these banks with these huge companies like Vanguard and BlackRock making the rules and pushing out to all these big businesses. But it's really going to change the way you and me live. In the long term, it's going to change the price of everything like you could not imagine. Because basically the way this works is you have an ESG score and it's judged on environmental issues, social issues. So if you have too big of a carbon footprint and you don't have enough ethnicity at your work, or you don't have a transgendered person in charge of, whatever, then you're going to have a really bad score, which in turn changes the bank's outlook on your business. And it's really going to change you know, the whole thing, because you're going to be left with a few businesses. They're going to put out of business so many people that you're not left with a choice. All you have left is a handful of choices if you're lucky. And it's going to, supply and demand, it's going to skyrocket the price of everything you could imagine. I mean, this is with everything from oil to food on the shelf to the car you drive. And, they say that, well, at least here in the United States, that, there's no such thing as an ESG score for, just citizens like you or me. But, I mean, it's already being done over in China and places, social credit scores. Pretty soon you're going to be judged on all of this too. So they're really squeezing out all the small people. Basically, these huge corporations like Microsoft, for one, they're number one on the ESG chart, right? Microsoft, Bill Gates. I guess I probably shouldn't say his name, but I honestly don't care, and neither should you. Everybody needs to start standing up against this stuff and speaking out and getting everybody involved and everybody aware of what is going on in the world right now, and quit just putting our head in the sand. And there's really no way around this new system with the ESG crap or the social credit score, but the more handy you are around your house, the more you can, grow your own food and supply your own food and fix your own things if something breaks, the better off you're going to be not relying on that credit card or a small loan or, not being able to afford a tomato at the store when it's $5. So, self reliancy is really going to help. You're not going to get outside of this, but it's going to help you in the long run because all this stuff is moving at an extreme rate at this point. And like I said, within the next year or two, this is going to reframe the whole way that me and you do our day to day life. So, as always, like this video and subscribe if you like what you hear. And I will catch you guys on the flip side. Later.